One that's just I just want to get your eyes in there, but then a couple that I wanted to focus on today because I'm noticing a shift in the market in terms of the kinds of homes that people are wanting, the kinds of homes that are being built. There's you just find that culturally things change. Like for example, in the last couple of years, we've seen the formal dining room kind of phase out. It's not something that is as popular as it used to be, as people find that they're eating out more, that maybe they just have the family dinner, and this whole idea of having a 12-person, China driven dinner party isn't really common anymore. And so I want to talk about that. But first of all, I do want to mention the fact that I have a construction zone in the background of my office here. This is office future playroom for the kids. I'm moving out. I'm getting kicked out of the house, and I'm signing a lease on a place, hopefully this in the next week. And I'm redoing all the base, and I'm casing in all of our windows and doors in this room. It is a very, very easy and cool project. If you ever have any desire to do it, learn how to do it, I can tell you how to do it. It's very, very cheap and inexpensive to do, and it only takes a matter of hours to do it. So I did a large portion of this room in about 3 hours after work last night. It wasn't bad. And the little kiddo was helping me with it. She had her hammer and she had her spackling tool, and she was going around the walls, learning how to do stuff. She was having a blast. So I multitasked as dad and construction worker. So let's get to the properties. But I do want to say, again, going back to this whole concept of the shift in properties, I think the first shift that we're going to see is that especially in the Lakewood Ranch area and down south in the West Villages area, you're going to see a push to get more villas. And the reason for this is because the villa model works really, really well from an economical standpoint, because when you do all these all-inclusive HOA fees where you're getting the exterior of the building taken care of, you're getting the roof taken care of, the painting taken care of, everything's taken care of, the lawn, you can standardize everything and keep neighborhoods looking nice when you outsource all those things. But then at the same rate, people are wanting to consolidate their time. They don't have time to be able to spend out mowing an acre anymore. And, it's just not the model that works down here in South Florida. So what we're seeing is a lot of villas going up. The energy efficiency side, we're calling them villas, right? Let's be honest, they're duplexes. And they're triplexes. But it doesn't really feel like when you go into these new villas and new duplexes, triplexes, you don't feel like it. You don't feel like you're in a home, especially if they have an upstairs. So it's different where 10 years ago, like Heritage Harbor, for example, has a couple of villas, so to speak, but they built it almost apartment style where there's somebody on top of you. Well, I don't want that. Now I don't feel like I'm living in a duplex or a villa or whatever. I want to live in my own unit, and I want it to feel like my own abode, and I want it to seem at least semi-private from my neighbors next to me. So all that is just really important to note. So it's also creating kind of a little bit of a sub-market, because now you're getting into cheaper dollar figures. So where the average sale price, I don't have the hard numbers in front of me. I think it was like $385 last June, July was the average price of a sold home in the Sarasota Manatee area. And now we're over the $425,000 mark. So when you've seen that kind of bump in the market, that's a very high percentage in dollars to really see in 1 year. So we've got to create that sub-market. So that's the first thing we're seeing. Second thing we're seeing is, even though villas, single-family homes, they're getting to be a little bit of a larger footprint. And the reason for that is because as people are moving from their businesses and going virtual, they're needing to create that space in their homes. So what you're going to see, I think, especially in kind of some of the more creative models, you're going to see more, for lack of a better term, closet-style bedrooms. Where you can get a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, but that 5th bedroom is going to seem more like a small nursery attached to the master bedroom, or you're going to see where it's just you can get a long double desk in there, and husband, wife, mom, dad can be working in there, or whatever, and you maybe even have a half wall. It just depends, but you're creating a separate space that you can work from home, but you're not working in home. And so that's really what I'm seeing. Inventory wise, we need homes. If you have ever thought about selling your home, if you have had a consistent income in the last year and you would like to even consider taking a look at what you could get for your home, just like I said, the average home sale price has gone up tremendously just in the last 12 months. It will go up even more in the next couple of months as the inventory stays low. As supply is low and the demand is still there, the price of your home value now goes up. And so I'd love to help you through that process and see if it's the right fit and the right time for you. Just shoot me a message. If you don't have my cell, it's 941-224-9005. Again, I'm going to show you some properties today that are going to be pretty cool. So let's go ahead and jump in. Let me share my screen here and we can get going. Let's see. Boom and boom. Okay, so let's do that. And then I'm going to bring back well, you know what? I need to pull up my MLS, so let's go ahead and do that. I think I clicked out of it, and again, that's just the beauty of going live. Hopefully you don't get too bored because I'm telling you, I've got some really cool properties. My fourth and fifth one are the ones that I would definitely pay attention to. And here we go. So this is a 4476,002. Okay, so this is going to be 464 Golden Gate Point, and I guess it's unit PH9. I'm going to, just as we're talking, I'm going to kind of just go onto my Facebook page and make sure you can actually see what I'm seeing, because one time I was just talking for like 30 minutes, and it was really annoying because I felt like really dumb when my wife came in and was like, hey, nothing's happening. So let's see if I can see it. So, all right, let's jump in. So this is actually one of the more ridiculous units that I wanted to show you. I just think it's really, really cool. I'll give you a quick snippet picture. It's $5,325,000, and your annual fees are going to run in the ballpark of about $2,500 a month, and your taxes will be up there too. Let's see what the taxes are running. Oh, $63,000 a year, so not too shabby, but you get to be in all of the skyline photos in Sarasota when they go somewhere. So that's the building right there. You got some nice gates coming in once you hit the elevator. Beautiful kitchen looking outside of the at the water. That's Marina Jack outside the window there. So you get all the views of Sarasota. One of the things that I like about this unit, Mickey is always going to be negotiable. So make sure that you keep that in mind. If you want to put an offer in on this place, I'll take you in. Make sure Mickey gets in the deal. I don't see these things very often where you've got the pull-up TV. I remember when those came out, they're like, you can have a TV right there. And, some people got them, and it was always cool if you had it. So, yeah, that's your view. So this balcony side number one, I don't know in the deal. I thought that was interesting that the photographers, I'd like to get in the mind of some of these photographers. I love the fact that you can view the gold dome here in Sarasota. Quick snippet about this. I met the guys that painted this recently, and it does actually have gold leaf in the paint, and it comes at over $300 a gallon to paint that dome. It's absolutely crazy. So this is your master bath, and the shower. So you got the sauna there. The shower is almost like a separate room. That's pretty cool. You know, you think for being just a unit in a building that it would be smaller, but man, these things have large footprints. I like that it's got this secondary balcony as well, because that's the Ringling Bridge. So you're getting both sides. You're getting the Marina Jack side, then you're getting the actual Ringling Bridge side, and then that's the St. Armand Circle down there. So it doesn't look like you get a ton of the actual beach ocean views, but definitely pretty cool. Got some nice ceiling work, great hurricane grade sliders there. There you go. Oh yeah, you can see some of the ocean there. That's pretty cool. So I'll leave it at that. 464 Golden Gate Point. If you happen to have a lot of money laying around and you have a lot of disposable income throughout the year, I highly recommend that property there. All right, so let's jump in here. So a more realistic home. Kind of going back to the villas here. This is going to be 3036 Sky Blue Cove, and it's in Bradenton 34211. So that's east of Interstate. This is in a place called Indigo, and this is in Central Park. Let me go ahead and actually show you on the map where exactly this is. Indigo is a really nice neighborhood. I'm actually headed there today just because I've got somebody that is looking to move here, and I'm going to be doing some research for them. So this is State Road 64 in Rye. So they're just putting in the roundabout right there. And I actually think they just opened this road right here. It's been closed. So now you can actually get to 64. They're building a Publix right here where it says 64. There's a Publix right there as well. So, you know, in case that's too far of a drive for you, there's a secondary Publix. And then they're putting in a Publix right here to match the one that's right there. So plenty of options for Publix. There's a great bakery that is going in, I think, right over here on the west side of Lakewood Ranch Boulevard. I think it's called Atria. If you know anything about it, put something in the comments. But this is a great area. This is pretty much the new Lakewood Ranch area. So here we go. Let's look at the villa here. It's very nice styling, and it's got a lake view. You really can't go wrong. Again, they really make these villas to where you feel like you're in a home, and that's what I like about it. There's a lot of natural light in this particular unit. You've got the inlaid ceilings. It's not vaulted, but you know, higher baseboards than normal. I mean, there's a lot of upgrades in this particular home, and it feels like your single-family homes that are being built today. There's really no difference other than the fact that you just don't have windows on that shared wall. You know, master bathroom is very standard for what you get today. This is built in 2019, so this is where a lot of the villas have gone. It's very representative of the time. Got a great kind of double lanai there with the screen porch going out. Great brick pavers to enjoy that water view, and you know, get some sun when you get it, but then you can really enjoy that covered shade in the summer when it's just raining constantly. Everything is nice in here, and this is a great unit. If you're looking for a starter home, you're looking just to get into Lakewood Ranch and start tapping into that equity build, this is going to be a great unit for you. So it's a 3.2. It's priced at $389,900. One of the things that you do have to pay attention to with these kinds of properties are the fees. So let's take a look at the monthly fees. $177, that's actually really inexpensive because in most cases you're going to get the roof and the walls, the exterior walls covered like I talked about earlier. I think for that price it says maintenance free. So, I mean, that is really inexpensive. I've been in some places down the street, like Arbor Grande or Arbor Grande. I mean, they're at like close to $300 a month in fees. So you might get a couple more things in that. They may not have an actual like clubhouse with a pool and all that stuff. They might though. That's for you to ask me to research for you. I'm going to keep it moving for the next people. So let's go, and we're going to do 447 1890. Okay, so this is going to be out east. So again, for you entrepreneurs that are actually wanting to work from home, but maybe you won't need an external building or something like that. I actually have a friend who just moved out to Mayaca about 1.5 years ago, and he's got a 2,000 square foot parcel outside of his home, and I mean, he has made it really, really work for him. So this is a 5.3.5. It's built in 1977. It definitely does not have the aesthetically pleasing side to it, but it has the functional side to it. And you'll see in a moment what I mean by that. So let's take a look at, if you don't know Mayaca very well. So Fruitville goes all the way out to Verna Bethany Road here, which is Mayaca Road if you go south. And then it's kind of just at the end. So I'll find the interstate for you, which is not on the map. So it's just a straight shot down Fruitville. I don't know how long it takes. It might be 10 minutes. It might be 15. Probably just depends on the day. Because once you get past out here, the traffic dies down and you can start going 60, 70, maybe even 80 if you're that kind of person. So this is priced at $600,000. And let's show you the house. Wow, $600,000 for this. Well, hold on. Let's just go through. So you've got all that land. Let me actually jump in here. Sorry for those of you who are like, just show me the pictures. I want to actually see how much land we've got. So it's 5 acres to the dot, and it has a pool. So we can come in. If you're the kind of person that would live in Myakka, you're kind of maybe looking at this. You're like, yeah, it's not as bad as the first picture. This is what I like. You've got the barn out here. If you know, there's a lady and her husband that are pretty young. They're in their 30s, and they are in Ellington and or Palmetto area, and they have actually turned their home into a farm, like a small farm that they do tours, and they have created an income for themselves that's actually very lucrative, and so they're able to supplement their mortgage because there's an efficiency unit on the property, so they're renting that out, and then they're doing the tours every day, and it's not cheap. I mean, it's like $30 a person, and that includes kids. You know, so if you've got a big group, you know, they're making some good money, and you can go milk a cow. You can what else? You can milk the goats or feed goats to the milk. They had rabbits on property. You can ride a little pony, and it was just great. We took my siblings out there. We went with my in-laws, and they took us, and it was really, really great. So, I mean, it's fairly remodeled throughout. You've got the linoleum floors. You know, they've done a nice job, you know, making it at least a little bit modern. You've got the casing around the doors and the windows, which is, you know, it is an upgrade because homes don't have that anymore. So, you know, it's a huge kitchen, plenty of storage, everything that you need, a great wood beam to be able to enjoy. But then you have some interesting features like the terrazzo tile, which is something that I probably wouldn't put in a home today. You know, that was big back in the 80s. So it looks like it needs some tile work there in the bathroom, you know, so that's probably a full gut remodel. But, you know, again, if you're looking to do some barn work, you've got some horses, you want to start that. If you think the world is going to hell in a handbasket, you can start your farm out there and become self-sufficient. Cinderella has lived there, so it has proven to be a place that could be great. All right. So I'm going to show you another property where you can actually work on property. And I like the other one better only because of the location. But that is a great property as well. Okay, so I wanted to show you this. It's a little bit of a higher price at $915,000. It's 4,200 square feet. I feel like that this is a great bang for your buck. This is in the subdivision of Serenoa, which is east of the interstate on Bee Ridge, but it's only about maybe to the house. It's 5 minutes off of the interstate. If you've ever, I'm sorry, it's Clark Road, not Bee Ridge. If you've ever been off Clark Road, there's a soccer field right there. So this is behind the soccer field, east of the interstate. So let me go ahead and show you on the map rather than just explaining it to you for you visual people. So see, you can see how close it is to the interstate. So you kind of just hop off Clark here, you jump on Ibis Street, it zips around, and then you have the neighborhood of Serenoa. And so you just come in, make a right, and go in. MI Homes is building a newer community right here. Most of the homes are priced somewhere around that $700,000 mark once you're all in. So, I mean, there's definitely a high price point home in here. It's not like just a random golf and country club out in the middle of nowhere. So, don't be deceived by the lighting on this. They really went heavy on the lights. You know, it's supposed to make the house look better, but it's still a nice house. I will show you. It's really pristine. I mean, they made this home really stand out, and that's what I like about it. So it's got some great character features to it. Stop looking at the exterior here and actually hop into the house. It's just neat how they have that path around the back. I mean, it's really cool. So, all right, now we're in the daytime. It's got great floors throughout. Look at that arch ceiling feature throughout. I've seen a lot of $1 million homes on the market right now, especially the new homes. I mean, like, look at that pool. And there's really there's nothing like this for $1 million. I mean, that's a lie. I can't say there's nothing, but for kind of your older home, so to speak. I mean, it was built in 1993, so it's an older home. Uh, this has been very well taken care of. It is in a great, solid neighborhood. This is a home that in 40 years is still going to stand out. And that's what I really, really like about it. I mean, great hardwood floors in this room here with the built-ins. I mean, the wallpaper is always changeable. You can change that kind of stuff within a day. You got wood beams in the main living room here and a great bar. I mean, this is an awesome, awesome home that doesn't really have design features that I feel like that you'd have to come in and completely destroy. For a home built in 1993, typically you'll see those kinds of things. I mean, obviously they've done a remodel since, but nonetheless, it's definitely something that if you're in that ballpark of a price range, I would definitely take a look at this home because I've been in this neighborhood. I've been in some of these homes. They're very, very well built. And then you've got, wow, so that's pretty cool. So I guess this is the laundry room slash butler kitchen. So they just combined it. Nice extra living room there to really enjoy that golf lake view. It's very rare that you get both a golf and a lake view. Usually you get one or the other, but they definitely took advantage of their view. They used it, but then they preserved their oak trees. I mean, this is just an awesome, awesome home. I felt like I couldn't go without showing it to you. So again, that's 4,200 square feet. So definitely worth taking a look at. And always save the best for last. 815 Northeast Avenue. This is in Shenandoah Park in Sarasota. So it's 1,736 square feet, priced at $495. It's a 4.3 built in 1920. Just wait. Just wait. So let me show you where Shenandoah Park is. So it's East 301. So this is, considered to be an area that's not exactly the friendliest of neighborhoods, but it's growing to be a little bit more safe, more all-inclusive friendly, because you have downtown Sarasota right over here, and what you have is a lot of the building has gone east and north. So Gillespie Park is a lot. There's been a lot of redevelopment in there. I would say, you have a lot. Newtown is really kind of your high crime, high college student area, and it kind of bleeds east. But there's a gap right here where you get some nicer homes, but it's still street by street. So that's something you'd have to look at. But again, if you're an entrepreneur and you're somebody that actually wants to work out of the home, this is a home that I think it's not only historical, but it's something that you could really take advantage of because check out the warehouse in the back. So you've got this, it's a reinforced steel frame. It's a workshop garage with a second story loft. But look at this it's not herringbone, but just look at the features in this walkway here. I mean, it's really got some touches that I feel like the traditional home just doesn't have. To me, this is very historical. It is a beautifully done home throughout. It's got an updated kitchen, and then your back door that goes out. I mean, it's a cozy home. Let me get back to you on the square footage. I think we said it's 1,700 square feet, but like little things like having the flat stove. Those are things that not every home really has. I've seen homes where they've got the backing on it with all the button knobs, and it sticks up, and it looks terrible from the other side. Great usage of that second bathroom there. Good sized bedrooms. I love the front porch and the back porch. I mean, it's really, if you're an outdoor kind of person, you really want to enjoy the weather. If you want to host little get-togethers with the ladies or whatever, this is the home for you because it really takes advantage of all kinds of lifestyles, brings it all into one, and then it's close to the city. And then they used it as a garden. Man, I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. All right, so here is the garage, because to me, this is the real selling point of the home. So you can work out of there. It's got the double-sided garage doors. You can get all of your equipment and workbenches in there. Obviously, they used it for whatever they needed to use it for. This is an awesome space. So you've got a door that goes in, and then I guess a spiral staircase that takes you upstairs to this loft. Wow, I didn't realize. So this is an efficiency unit. So if you want to help pay for your mortgage, this is an area that you can use. It doesn't have central air, but it's got the unit, which is very common in these kinds of spaces, and a great shower space. This is an awesome unit. I actually didn't come this far. I didn't look at the loft until just now. That is pretty cool. So again, that's 1,736 square feet, priced at $495. I mean, if you could get 1,800 for that space, you could really supplement at least half of your mortgage. And so, I mean, definitely more than that. Just for kicks and giggles, since I've got you, let's look at the fees on it. No fees, and that makes sense. Taxes are $1,900, so that's going to be pretty cool. Let me show you kind of how I would run those numbers. So at $1,900 a month, or a year rather, you're looking at $160 a month in your taxes. So if you're at $495, and you put 3% down, you're looking at $15,000 down. And $15,000, and then so you're at $480. So let's just kind of take a peek at what that would cost you. So if we just did a 3%, let's go 325. At 325 is still, I think, kind of the sweet spot. And then we said 480,000. So you're looking at $2,089 a month. And then let's say you do $150 a month for your what's that important stuff? Insurance. And then we said it was $160 for the taxes, so you're at $2,400 a month. Okay, if you're able to get $1,850 a month for that other space, since it's a full bath, it has air conditioning, and it's a very large space with a private entry, you could do that, and it's downtown, so supply and demand, you're going to have a better supply. You're at $550 a month for your mortgage. I mean, let's just say you can't get $1,850. Let's say you get $1,650. So you're at $750 a month to be able to buy this home. Well, let me tell you something else. Now, I'm not an accountant, nor can I give any kind of official tax advice. Please talk to your CPA that can advise you. But this area down here, I believe you can write off some of the space, and that's a pretty good square footage footprint that you can play with. So you could actually get that written off in your taxes if that's an area that you use for your personal business or your LLC. And you could maybe just get close, and especially on all of your business expenses and everything else. I mean, you could really get this place to where it's effectively mortgage free when you look at the long-term number. So pretty cool place to look at. Again, that's 815 Northeast Avenue in Sarasota. I loved showing you this property because it is just a great place. So let me bring myself back here, and I will see you again. Here we go, back in the construction zone. I hope that you really enjoyed these. If you have any kind of property, like, hey, can you just do beach properties? Can you just do vacation rentals? Can you just do single family homes priced under $500,000? Shoot me a link, or shoot me a little blip in the comments, and I'm happy to do those kinds of things for you. I'm happy to take a look at a specific subgroup and kind of just dedicate a certain episode to that. I've really enjoyed talking with you today. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we'll see you next week. Thanks so much.